Hi everyone! Welcome to my cooking channel Japanese Food at Home. I'm Chef Reina from Japan. This time, I'm going to show you how to make an artistic Japanese confectionery piece that depicts a waterside scene in summer. As some of you may already know, Japanese confectionery often uses agar, which is called kanten in Japanese, as a coagulating agent like gelatin. In particular, it's likely to be used during summer to make transparent desserts that seem cool and refreshing. For today, I'm gonna make a blue agar mixture resembling water and form it into a sheet and cover 𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒏 bean paste with it. The final product will look like a beautiful summer waterside scene. Okay then, let's go through the ingredient list. To add some mochi-like texture to this confection, we're going to use domyojiko, also known as domyoji flour or domyoji powder, which is made of steamed, dried, and crushed glutinous rice grains. We're going to rehydrate the domyojiko with sugar and hot water. For the agar sheet, you need water, agar threads, granulated sugar, and blue food coloring powder. Speaking of agar, the powdered type may be most commonly used by home cooks, but professional chefs prefer the thread type, which is called itokanten in Japanese, as the final product will be more transparent and glossier in appearance and softer and smoother in texture when made with the threads. If you want to use the powder, please have the amount in weight as it has stronger gelling properties. Also, please note that granulated sugar is designated here, because you should use highly refined sugar if you want the agar sheet to have high transparency. For the filling, we're going to flavor white 𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒏 bean paste with lime zest. For safest results, please select an unwaxed organic lime, which has never been treated with any post-harvest fungicide. Lemon zest can work as well. The matcha powder is more for coloring the bean paste than for flavoring, so you can omit it if you want to. So now, let's start by preparing the agar. The thread type needs to be rehydrated before use. If you try to unwind the threads this way and they fall apart, they are too dry to completely rehydrate, so you should not use them. Please purchase another fresh one. The night before use, immerse the dried threads in lukewarm water. It is best to let them sit overnight, because the threads need to absorb water thoroughly. Otherwise, they can partially remain unmelted even after stirring them in boiling water. Okay then, the next day, prepare the domyojiko. As I mentioned earlier, it is crushed rice grains. There are product variations in the size of the crushed grains, and you can use any type for this confection. Place the domyojiko in a microwave-proof small bowl. Then add the sugar and mix in. Next, pour in the freshly boiled hot water and stir quickly before covering with a cling film. Let it sit for 10 minutes. Then loosen the film and microwave it at 600 watts for 40 seconds. After that, leave it for 10 minutes to cook the grains through. In the meantime, let's prepare the food coloring powder. The powder needs to be dissolved in water before use. Put a very small amount of the powder in a tiny cup and add a bit of water. You can use a tiny spoon, but you may want to use a dropper if you have one. It's much easier to adjust the amount of liquid you drop, and it also works best when you color the agar mixture. In regards to the amount of water, the same as the powder in appearance may be a good starting point, but blue is so intense that even one drop can affect the color too much, so you may want to dilute the blue liquid with more water just in case. After dropping in the water, mix well until the powder is completely dissolved. So now, let's go back to the agar threads. Rub the threads quickly in water in case there is any dust on the surface. Then drain well and add them to 60 grams of water in a saucepan. Turn on the heat and bring it to a boil. Keep a gentle simmer for 2 to 3 minutes while stirring continuously with a rubber spatula. Please note that agar melts at a higher temperature than gelatin and requires a longer heating time. And once sugar is added to the mixture, it stops the melting process, so please make sure to visually check for residue at this point. Once you have confirmed that the agar has completely melted, add the granulated sugar and dissolve over medium heat. When it fully boils to the center, turn off the heat. Pass the mixture through a tea strainer into the bowl of domyojiko. Then mix well until the rice grain lumps are loosened. Next, add a drop of the blue liquid. As you can see, even one drop can be enough, so please make sure to add the liquid sparingly and adjust the color to your liking. This is a small sheet pan. The size of the base is approximately 17 cm by 11 cm. Wet the inside with food-grade sanitizer spray or water, so you can easily take the agar sheet out of the sheet pan afterwards. Pour in the agar mixture and spread it all over the sheet pan. If rice grain chunks are left sticking out of the agar mixture surface, the agar sheet may crack from there when you roll the filling in the sheet, so submerge the grains below the agar mixture surface. Leave it at room temperature until set. You can stick it in the fridge as well if you're in a hurry. Alright, let's move on to the next step. We're gonna add the lime zest to the white azuki bean paste to give it a citrusy flavor. Before grating the peel, make sure to wash the rind well. For the details on how to do that, please refer to my earlier video on mochi and agar jelly hydrangeas, the link of which is in the video description column below. Using a microplane or any other zester, grate the peel. The whitish part underneath the green surface has a bitter taste, so when it appears, turn the rind around so that you only grate the green surface. This refreshing aroma is so nice. Following the zest, add a bit of matcha powder to color the paste pale green. After that, divide the paste into 4 equal portions. Then roll each into a small loaf. If your bean paste is too moist and soft to handle, you can remove excess moisture by microwaving it at this point. For more details on how to do that, please check out my earlier video on strawberry mochi. The link is below as well. So now, it's time to assemble all the parts. When the agar sheet has set, insert a small spatula between the sheet pan and the edge of the agar sheet to peel it off from one side. Then flip the sheet pan over while supporting the agar sheet with your hand, and carefully remove the sheet pan. Lay the agar sheet on a cutting board, then cut off the 4 sides so that the edges will be straight. Then quarter the sheet into 4 equal rectangles that are approximately 10 cm by 4 cm. Alright, we're almost there. Place a piece of the bean paste on a small rectangular agar sheet. Then fold the sheet in half so it covers the bean paste. The sheet is very fragile, so be sure to handle it carefully. And this is done. Alright, this is how to depict a summer waterside scene with Japanese confectionery techniques. The blue transparent agar sheet shines very beautifully, doesn't it? I like to chill it in the fridge and serve it cold. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Have a great day with delicious food. See you next time.